A warm and sunny evening at Aspen Park in Coon Rapids, where the Coon Rapids Cardinals host the St. Louis Park Orioles for senior night at the ballpark. Just 1 week remaining in the regular season. Joe Yund, Howie Shapiro on the sidelines, and Howie, two teams both trying to finish the season strong. Coon Rapids lost their last time out, a 6-1 loss at the hands of Champlin Park, but previous to that, a 4-game win streak with 4 straight games where they've put up double digits.
Yeah, and they'd like to do that here again tonight. And, you know, a team in St. Louis Park who comes in at a 5-6 record. 5 wins apiece for both teams, but Cardinals have played many more games at 5-11. But this will be an interesting St. Louis Park, very young team.
Well, Coon Rapids on senior night will put almost an entire senior lineup in the field. There's a look at the Orioles. Eva Tabor will lead things off. Sadie Lund, the left fielder, hitting second. Ella Wynn behind her. Georgia Rose, the cleanup hitter, playing at first base. Cameron Halley, Sam Meyer, Cora Zumbrunnen, Alit Protis, and Rowan Jansen, the designated player, round out the order for the Orioles. All but one player in the Coon Rapids lineup is a senior. Vivian Hernandez, Jaden Gale, and Seda Green in the outfield. Jen Carlson, Leah Numala on the right side of the infield. Ariana Hoyam is at third. Sophomore Chloe Christie at short. Grace Graham behind the plate. And Abby Ness getting the start in the circle. And the first pitch to Tabor fouled off. 0-1.
Tabor steps to the plate, hitting .414 on the season.
Out in front of that one, tried to hold back, but it's 0-2. It's a good-looking pitch from Abby Ness.
Abby Ness comes in with an 0-2 record and a 10.96 earned run average. I'd like to certainly see that one come south a little bit.
Well, the start of the season, Coon Rapids really had a hard time.
They did.
Defensively and in the circle. That has come around a little bit. Even more so, their bats have come alive the last couple of weeks. Tabor gets a piece of that, stays alive at 1-2.
We talked about it on Sportsnet. They went up to Duluth and won a couple of games handily, and you know that's certainly good from the morale of the squad as they continue on in this season.
This one hit high to short center field. Coming in to make the catch is Jaden Gale for out number 1.
Yeah, ball wasn't hit very hard, and it hung up there a little bit, and allowed Gale to come in from her spot in center field to make a play on the ball.
Bring up the left-handed hitting left fielder, Sadie Lund.
Sadie also hitting .414 on the season for St. Louis Park.
Called strike, gets Ness ahead in the count, 0-1. Got a little piece of that one, but behind in the count, 0-2. Ness dealing well early.
Our officials tonight, Brian Blackman behind the plate and Dave Winooski out on the base paths.
This one hit solidly to short, backhanded by Chloe Christie, but the throw not in time. Infield single by Sadie Lund.
That was hit pretty sharply, and Christie did a nice job of backhanding it and getting her glove on it, but it popped out, and by that time, there was no way that they were going to get Lund at first.
That'll bring up second base minder, Ella Wynn. Looks at a strike, 0-1.
When hitting .250 on the season.
Up high, evens the count.
was talking to assistant coach Al Wahutka for the Orioles. Said they've been beating the teams they should and losing to the teams that are higher in the standings.
This one chopped through the left side of the infield. Back-to-back singles have the Orioles buzzing here in the top of the first inning.
Would they be buzzing or would they be chirping? Because this is a battle of the birds.
It is. Telling me birds can't buzz?
I don't know. What kind of bird buzzes?
A hummingbird?
Okay.
Neither of them are
I thought they hummed.
First pitch skied to right center. Underneath it, Hernandez for out number 2.
Yeah, an all-important second out here in the top of the first for the Orioles. And now an opportunity with a couple of base runners on to see if they can get out of it without any damage.
On this, a new softball field, just within the last couple of seasons. This one grounded to short. Christie to Carlson for out number 3. Couple of singles, a couple left stranded, no score as we go to the bottom of the first. You're watching high school softball live on CTN. Gabby Fadden will get the start for the Orioles in the circle. St. Louis Park, pair of singles in the top half of the first inning, but not able to do anything with those hits. And a relatively quick inning for Abby Ness and the Cardinals in the field. Ness gets an opportunity to help her own cause, leading off for the hometown Cardinals. She'll be followed by second base minder Leah Numala. Catching tonight is Grace Graham. She'll hit third, followed by the shortstop Chloe Christie in the cleanup spot. Jaden Gale playing center, hitting fifth, followed by Jen Carlson. Vivian Hernandez, Ariana Hoyam, and Seda Green round out the order for head coach Zach Nienaber and the Cardinals.
And the opposing pitcher, Gabby Fadden, comes in with a 2-4 record and a little over a 5.0 ERA.
Ness digging in, hoping to get Coon Rapids off to a good start. Runs into that one, a short fly ball to center. Charging in to make the catch is Tabor. One pitch, one out.
Yeah, Abby was trying to drop that one in and see if it would fall behind the infield, but Tabor did a nice job of coming in on the ball and making a play.
Yeah, this was a Little League baseball field up until last season. We've been here many times for Little League games and city championships, not for a number of years, since the Central and National Little Leagues combined to become the Cardinal Little League and play most of their contests over at Riverside. But since this was sitting vacant, they got the grass out of the infield, removed the mound, and they have another place for softball. Leah Numala single back through the box with one out. Give Coon Rapids its first hit, its first base runner.
Of course, the nice thing about this field, too, is that you can play at night. It's got the lights.
Protis, Tabor, and Lund, the outfielders. Georgia Rose, Ella Wynn, Cameron Halley, and Sam Meyer on the infield from first to third. Numala is trying to steal. She will slide in safely. The throw from the catcher, Zumbrunnan, not in time.
I like the aggressive call by Coach Nienaber to get her to steal, and you've got a pretty good hitter here in Grace Graham, was batting over 400.
Well, it was a called strike, so an 0-1 pitch in for the called strike again, and Fadden ahead in the count 0-2. Looked like she pulled the string a little bit on that last offering. This one high and outside.
Well, good patience there to realize that one was out of the zone, a little high, as you mentioned.
And again, lays off a pitch up high. It's a 2-2 count. One out and a runner at second base for Grace Graham. The 2-2 pitch from Gabby Fadden. Swung on and hit high but foul, and it will get out of play down the left field line. She hit that one a long way. Graham, one of the many seniors on the squad. She's been a part of the varsity lineup for several seasons. That one got away from the catcher. Numala heads up running, scrambles over to third, and now just 60 feet away with the game's first run. It's a full count to Grace Graham.
Yeah, it's experience on the base pass, realizing the catcher had a little trouble with it, and she was able to take third.
In there for a called third strike and a big second out for Gabby Fadden. Ness able to strand a couple of runners in the top half of the inning, and now Fadden trying to keep Numala at third. Chloe Christie at the plate. That pitch just low, 1-0.
Chloe hitting .375 on the season as she steps to the plate.
This one chopped foul.
Good thought trying to go down that line. Sam Meyer playing that line pretty close over at third for St. Louis Park.
I was just going to say that it's got to be a pretty exceptional shot to get it between Meyer and the baseline at third. Fadden deals the 1-1 pitch, grounded to short. Up with it is Halley. The throw to Rose in time. And Numala left stranded at third. We go to the second. No score. You're watching senior night for the softball squad live on CTN.
Wash hands now. Wash hands now. Wash hands now. Hand washing is one of the best ways to stay healthy all year long.
Beautiful night and a good crowd on hand here at Aspen Park for the softball squad's senior night.
Yeah, after the tumultuous weather that we've had in the last couple of days, this is beautiful. It's nice to sit out here. It's not humid. It's cool. It's got a little bit of a breeze, but it's comfortable. Still short weather.
Both teams able to get some base runners, get the bats going just a little bit in the first inning, but nobody able to cross the plate. Sam Meyer, Cora Zumbrunnan, and Ailid Protas are the scheduled hitters for St. Louis Park here in inning number 2. Meyer swung at it, maybe got a piece of it. Pitch was a little bit low.
Meyer hitting .250 on the season.
Ness skips that one low, trying to see if she can get Meyer to offer at another low pitch. This time she's able to lay off. And now a pitch up high makes it 2-1. This one driven to left. Green overran it a little bit, but not enough for Meyer to try and get a second base. She'll have a leadoff single on a solid line drive to left.
It really was. She got a hold of that one, and no question that it was going to be a base hit.
The catcher, Zumbrunnan, try and follow that up. She skies it just behind second base. Coming in, it bounced away from Gale. They are able to get the lead runner as Meyer was staying at first because that should have been an out, but
yep.
Gale had it pop out of her glove.
Fortunately for them that they were able to get the out at second, get that lead runner.
That'll bring up Protas, the right fielder for St. Louis Park. Pitch is high, they throw down, and Zumbrunnan is back in time.
Protas hitting $1.25 as she takes her spot at home plate.
Ness misses low, it's 2-0. This one foul, wide of first. This one fouled, back and out of play. Evens the count at 2-2 as Ness tries to battle back after falling behind 0-2. Missed just high and the count is full. Breeze coming in from right to right center. Will make those high fly balls hang up there, but a swinging strike 3 for Protas, and out number 2 for the Orioles here in the top of the second.
A big third out for the Cardinals in the field, and they get an opportunity with a runner at first. And they've had runners, Park has had runners so far in both innings on base, but no harm so far.
That'll bring up number 9 hitter, the designated player, Rowan Jensen. Chops that foul as it went off her leg. She'll dig back in, behind in the count 0-1. Solid single to left will keep this inning alive for St. Louis Park.
Yeah, she reached out and able to poke that into left field.
It'll bring him back to the top of the order for Tabor. A little bit of off-speed stuff for Abby Ness, called strike, 0-1.
As we mentioned, Tabor, a pretty good hitter too, so it's a good spot for her with 2 on.
Out in front of that one. And Nessa out ahead in the count, 0-2. Trying to once again strand a pair on the bases for St. Louis Park, as she did in the first. Tabor, a fly ball to center field, her first time up. This one hit down the line and right, and getting there is Hernandez for out number 3. 2 stranded again after a pair of singles in the inning. No score as we head to the bottom of the second. You're watching high school softball live on CTN.
Owen, when you came into my life, it was a whirlwind.
I just can't do it.
We didn't know what the future would hold, but we knew you would always be a part of it. Adopting you was the best decision in our life. And I am so proud to call you my son.
Did you know you can raise backyard chickens? But a permit is required, and there's a limit of 4 female chickens per property. No roosters or other fowl are allowed. And there are specific rules for the chicken coop and run. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
Sun setting beyond the trees wide of right field, and the shadows stretching ever further across the field here at Aspen Park as we get ready to start the bottom of the second inning. No score yet between the Cardinals and the Orioles.
Jaden Gale steps to the plate, hitting .440 on the season.
Fadden taking a little something off. And now it's 0-2.
I lost you for a second. Couldn't hear you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
You can. I cannot hear you.
You can't hear me?
I cannot hear anything, but I'll continue. It's 0-2, and that pitch in, and now I have audio back. It's 1-2.
Ah, glad. I'm glad that you can hear me again.
Well, then maybe, you know, I was going to say maybe it's time for you to just take over the broadcast.
Do I have to do everything?
Yes. Solid single back through the middle for Jaden Gale, leadoff hitter on base for the Cardinals here in the top of the.
Well, now I lost you again. So it's Jen Carlson.
Carlson digging in.
Oh, there you go.
Base minder.
305 on the season.
Lays off the initial offering. Heading the count 1-0. Carlson, one of the Cardinal hitters who can definitely dial up some power.
She can.
Looks at a pitch for a strike. That evens the count 1-1. Got a piece, but foul, 1-2.
Good spot for Gabby Fadden now, and heading the count 1-2. There's a base runner over at first. Nobody out.
This one skied, had plenty in it, but well foul as she fouled it off the top of the concession stand. It'll be 1-2 again. Straighten that out. Might have been a 2-run shot. Out in front of the off-speed pitch. Got a piece, though, and stays alive.
Yeah,
We'll try again at 1-2.
Did a nice job fighting that pitch off, making sure she keeps her at bat alive.
Fouls off another one. Making Fadden work for it. That's 3 two-strike fouls for Jen Carlson. That one a little high as she takes it to left. Tracking and making the catch near the line is Sadie Lund for the first out of the inning. Tagging and getting over to second is Jaden Gale.
Yeah, again, you don't get the base hit, but you do advance the runner, and so that's a good opportunity here for the Cardinals here with 1 out.
That'll bring up Vivian Hernandez, and of course, in softball, not as big a benefit working the count in that manner, but still a good AB, making Fadden really work for it. Hernandez looks at a pitch for a strike, 0-1.
Yeah, and Vivian's hitting .360 as she steps to the plate.
Got a piece of that one. That one seemed to stick to the barrel of her bat for a while. A little Velcro on there, but it's 0-2. St. Louis Park with 2 hits in each of their first 2 innings. Coon Rapids 1 hit in the first, 1 hit so far here in the second. Trying to avoid leaving that runner stranded. Now 1-2 to Vivian Hernandez. This one skied. Shapiro reach for, oh, come on, more effort, Shapiro.
Hey, I got to renegotiate my contract. I can't get hurt. It was close, though.
So we'll try again at 1-2. This one hits solidly toward the gap in right center. It's not going to be caught by Protus. Turning and going home is Jaden Gale. She is going to score in with an RBI double as Vivian Hernandez. Coon Rapids on the board first.
Well, Protus made a pretty nice attempt on it, but just couldn't get to the ball, and of course Gale had to make sure that wasn't going to get cut before she left, or she went home, I should say.
That'll bring up Ariana Hoyam. Still with a runner and scoring position and 1 out. This one hit well and a long run, and Tabor not able to bring it in at the wall. They will hold Hernandez at third, back-to-back doubles. And Coon Rapids threatening to have a big inning.
Oh, she gave that ball a ride.
And I think Tabor might have been a little concerned that she was getting too close to the fence out in center field. Maybe pulled up a little bit early. Ball dropping just out of her reach. Seda Green now, the left fielder.
Seda Green looking for her first hit of the season. Would be a great opportunity to get it here.
Well, so far, back-to-back doubles from your 7 and 8 hitters. You'd love to see your number 9 hitter follow suit with 2 runners in scoring position, only 1 out. Out in front of that pitch, and it's 1-1. This one fouled back and will get out of play. 1-2. This one grounded to third. They're going to come home, and they're going to get Hernandez at the plate. And that's a big play from Sam Meyer to come home and get that lead runner.
Yeah, you can see it there, and then just, she thought home all along. She wasn't going to go anywhere else with that ball.
And nothing Hernandez could do. She was off with the crack of the bat. And now back to the top of the order. Abby Ness, a fly ball to center first time up. Runners at the corners now with 2 out. Pitch way upstairs. 1-0. We'll see if they get aggressive with 2 outs and try and send Green and get Hoyam home on a double steal. This one foul. It will stay in play, and a good effort from Meyer to get there, get the glove on it, and end the inning. Coon Rapids gets one across, leaves 2 stranded. It's 1-0 Cardinals after 2. You're watching live high school softball on CTN.
I used to drive an ambulance as an EMT, and I've always tried to be a safe driver. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. In my car, if I see a truck or bus taking a turn, I know to take my time. When big vehicles turn right, they may swing wide to make the turn. If you try to sneak in, well, it's a lesson you'd rather not learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait. It's our roads, it's our safety.
I'm a first-generation Filipino American. You don't always feel you're a part of the country you live in. It's this weird middle space sometimes that you have to live inside of. But when you meet others that are also living in that space, you'll learn to know that it's its own unique space too.
Number 9.
Back at Aspen Field. A new pitcher for the Cardinals as Maya Ruddy will take over in the circle. She was initially penciled in as possibly taking over in right field for Vivian Hernandez. But she will get the early relief appearance.
Maya comes in with a 3-5 record, a 7.09, I'm sorry, 05 ERA. She's pitched the majority of innings for this club, 49
been really
and 2/3.
Strong, really strong. She's got one perfect game and another no-hitter that was just a walk away from being a perfect game. So both in that 4-game stretch, and you know she's got a lot of run support in those games where she has pitched really well. So that always helps.
Well, she struck out 48 and 49 and 2/3 innings, so she has that. But she's also given up 33 free passes.
You see, she's definitely got some zip on her pitches. A little trouble finding the zone early on. Falls behind in the count here to Sadie Lund, 2-0. Lund a single, first time she came up. And now inside makes it 3-0.
The pitch didn't miss by too much. Patience by Lund at the plate.
Taking all the way, and that is a called strike, 3-1. Inside, ball 4 and a leadoff walk.
A good way for St. Louis Park to start here in the top of the 3rd, just trailing by a run, looking to see if they can manufacture some things. They've had base runners each of their innings so far.
Ella Wynn also had a single back in the first inning. Ruddy just trying to find the zone, find the rhythm early on. Behind in the count now to Win 1-0. That one in there for a called strike, evens the count. Sun is now dipped beyond the trees.
It has. Lights are on.
A little easier from our vantage point to see. That one got past Graham, but hit home plate umpire Brian Blackman and stayed in the vicinity, so no chance for Lund to try and advance. Showing bunt, pulls it back. Throw down is perfect, but the tag not made as Lund able to slide around the tag there.
Yeah, that was
from Chloe Christie.
That was a nice throw by Graham.
Dave Wisniewski right in the perfect spot to make the call. Up high for ball 4.
He's got those wheels running over first base to second. Right on the spot to make the call. Cardinals in a little bit of a jam here with nobody out and runners at first and second, Joe.
One and one. Swing and a miss, now 0-2.
You got him, got her.
And they get the throw down, get the pick off at first. I love a back pick. Grace Graham, you know, doesn't play the catcher position all the time. Ryan Mellum, the normal backstop for the Cardinals. Graham has come in a couple of times, and you can see Lund being aggressive, trying to fake a rundown, but I don't think she's going to be too aggressive with seeing that the throw was there to get her when she stole second. It was a good throw.
It was a great throw.
Lund a good slide to get around the tag, and then a good heads-up throw to pick off Wynn down at first. Good aggressive throw. I love the back pick. It's always a little dangerous, though, because the throw gets away, everybody moves up. They'll throw behind the runner out at second. It's knocked down by Numela. But Lund is back in time. It's 2-2 now to Georgia Rose. Rose, a fly ball to right field, her first time up. This one grounded, backhanded by Numela. Stops up, slips a little bit. Throw not in time. And everybody safe at the corners. That's going to be an infield single.
Well, the fact that Numela kept it in the infield was huge, because that really has a good opportunity there. It could have prevented a run to come home.
I think it guaranteed saved a run.
Yeah.
Good speed on the bases for Lund, certainly at third, but Rose got down the baseline quickly to beat it out, even though Numela made a good play on the backhand and then slipped a little bit as she tried to turn and throw. Ready behind in the count, 2-0. Took a little something off it, and Hallie fouls it off. Hallie with a ground ball to short that ended the first inning. Now with runners at the corners, one out here in the third. That one skipped to the plate, an easy take. Gets her ahead in the count, 3-1. Reddy continues to struggle with her command. Finds the zone that time and The count is full.
Well, she needs it out here. So a second out would be huge in this situation for Ruddy and the Cardinals.
That is ball 4 high. Third walk in 4 batters for Maya Ruddy since coming on in relief. Has not been able to retire a batter yet. The bases are loaded for Sam Meyer. Meyer with a single in her first at bat. This one foul and evens the count 1-1.
I'll tell you, if Ruddy can pitch out of this situation, it'll be huge, but a little dangerous spot for the Cardinals with just one away.
High and outside and falls behind in the count 2-1. Most importantly, she can't walk another batter.
No, definitely not.
Lips that one by her. Swinging strike for Meyer makes it 2-2. And that is a huge strikeout.
It is definitely a huge strikeout. That gives the second out of the inning, and now you make something happen. You get that batter at the plate, and you avoid what could be a big inning.
Zumbrunnan with a fly ball to center field that was not corralled by Gale. Ended up reaching on a fielder's choice because they got the lead runner at second base. But she hit it pretty well to center first time up. Full breaking pitch that ends up outside, 1-1.
Yeah, she'll see if she can pitch something outside, maybe get her to chase after something for that second strike.
This one fouled and out of play. And now Ruddy just a pitch away from getting out of a pretty sticky jam here in the top of the third inning. Swung on and missed a pitch down in the dirt. They throw down and she gets out of it, leaves the bases juiced. Coon Rapids still in the lead 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the third on CTN.
Did you know City Code prohibits outdoor storage of things like building materials, auto parts, household items, scrap metal, garbage, and more. Thank you for helping our city look its best. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Oh boy.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Back at Aspen Field, a beautiful night for softball. It is senior night for the Cardinals club, and they are stocked full of class of 2022.
They really do have a lot of seniors on this club.
All but one player in the lineup tonight, part of the graduating class. Coon Rapids with a 1-0 lead as we get ready to start the bottom of the third inning. Maya Ruddy came in relief in the top half of the third. She walked the bases full, but then back-to-back strikeouts to get out of the jam and keep the Orioles off the scoreboard.
And that was the important thing. She did settle down enough to get him out of the inning.
Leah Numala leading off for the Cardinals. Numala with a single and a couple of stolen bases in the first inning. Ended up stranded at third. Pitch up high, 2-0.
Well, Cardinals scored that one run in the bottom of the second, looking to see what they can do here in the bottom of the third to try and increase that slim lead.
And now down and away makes it 3-0. Fadden has not surrendered a walk through the first 2 innings. She will catch the corner there, make it 3-1. This one rolled foul, and it'll be a full count.
Fadden's trying to see if she can retire her here.
Payoff pitch is upstairs, ball 4. And the leadoff runner on base for the Cardinals.
That's what the Cardinals wanted to do, get that leadoff runner on and see if they can extend the lead.
Bring up Grace Graham, strikeout victim first time up. Runner is off, pitch is down and in, and Numala there well ahead of the throw.
Coach Nienaber always likes his team to be aggressive, and of course aggressive on the base pass.
This one ripped down the line, and we said it had to be a hot shot to get between Meyer and the line. Well, there it was, just under the glove, and running through the stop sign. Graham is going to slide in safely with a triple. Numala scored easily, and the Cardinals have a 2-0 lead.
Well, she obviously felt that she could make it, and she did.
We talked about it in an earlier inning that Meyer plays pretty tight to the line, and would have to be a hot shot to get between her and the base, and that's exactly what Grace Graham did, and then ran through the stop sign and slid in safely, relatively easily.
Yeah.
Actually at third with an RBI triple. And now Chloe Christie taking it up and in, getting ahead in the count 1-0. Abby Semensky, the courtesy runner at third. This one foul in front of third.
Well, Coon Rapids definitely able to open up this lead a little here, get an extra run, and now you've got a runner at third with nobody out.
When again, we talked about it, you know, they lost to Champlain Park 6-1 on Thursday, but they had 4 straight games with double digits, and that one straight to the gap and all the way to the fence for Chloe Christie. She's going to run around second, slide in safely head first. Back-to-back RBI triples for the Cardinals.
Hey, got the uniform dirty.
Well, this time Coach Nienaber was waving her
Yes.
over, and that one was a closer play than Graham, who was running through the stop sign. But either way, back-to-back RBI triples, a 3-0 lead, a meeting in the infield for the Orioles.
Head coach Chris Gabler coming out talking to his squad.
And that's going to be it for Gabby Fadden. So as they bring in a new pitcher, we'll take a short break and be back with more from the ballpark after this. You're watching live high school softball on CTN.
Wash your hands. Rub it while you sing the song. Wash, washy, wash, washy, wash, wash. Rub your hands and fingers and the places in between. Using soap and water makes your hands so clean. Wash your hands. Great job, you're almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now dry.
Wash your hands for 20 seconds, just like Elmo.
We didn't have it.
Standing at third base is Chloe Christie. Back-to-back triples for the Cardinals. They chase the starter, Gabby Fadden. Another look at, that is Grace Graham's triple as she slid in relatively safely. And then here's the triple by Christie. And a good gun from Tabor all the way at the fence, and a good relay. You see, she's rounding essentially at the same time that they are relaying just beyond second base. So Christie with good wheels gets there in time. The throw a little bit high, and she slides in safely, and back-to-back triples.
There you see Presley Loberg on the mound for the Orioles. Just a 7th grader, Joanne. She's got a 2-0 record.
Well, she comes in a somewhat dire situation as Coon Rapids trying to blow this one up early.
Well, she's been their best pitcher. Her ERA is .42.
That one way up over the head of the catcher. Christie comes in on the wild pitch, and it's a 4-0 lead.
A big lead now for Coon Rapids, and again, nobody out here in the bottom of the third.
Well, as I was saying, just as Christie hammered it to the fence, that you know, they, before Thursday's loss to Champlain Park, they had put up at least double digits in 4 straight outings. So a team that definitely is capable of putting up big numbers.
When you look across the board at their averages, they've got a number of players hitting so well.
1-1 pitch in on the hands and fouled back out of play by Gale. Loberg ahead in the count, 1-2. That one popped up back to Loberg. Easy play for the pitcher, and that's out number 1.
And they needed an out in the column here in the 3rd inning.
That'll bring up Jennifer Carlson. A good battle in her at-bat. Ended up flying out to left. But it was a productive out as it moved Gale from first to second in that inning. And a pretty easy take that time, as that one well over the head of the catcher. And Loberg just squeezing that one a little bit too tight. Finds the zone, though, and evens it up 1-1.
Yeah, she came back with a nice pitch.
Up high again, 2-1. So after a walk and back-to-back triples against the starter Fadden, they bring in Loberg. Her first pitch is a wild pitch that allows the run to score from third, but since then has gotten the pop-up, and now a 2-2. Gets the swinging strike.
Yeah, it took her
second out.
It's taken her a little bit to kind of find the zone, and you know, we talked about it when she came in. She's got pretty good numbers, so she's able to get that strikeout for out number 2.
Well, and a very different delivery, and throws some different stuff than the starter Fadden. So it may take a minute for Cardinals hitters to get adjusted. Vivian Hernandez had a double in her first at bat. Wanted to go after that, but wisely lays off the pitch low, evens the count 1-1. and then way over her head and back to the backstop. We've seen that three times already from Presley Loberg. But think about the amount of development that she has in front of her.
Yeah,
just a seventh grader pitching at the varsity level. Little check swing foul to the backstop by Hernandez, evens it at 2-2. But her wildness almost makes it more difficult for the hitters because they don't know what is coming, and she got a piece of that one. It's going to stay 2-2.
Well, as you mentioned, they're just going to have to figure her out. Obviously, she came in this inning, and these, of course, these Coon Rapids batters seeing her cold.
High and wide, and the count is full. 2 outs, 3 runs across, nobody on. And that is ball 4. Second walk of the inning for the Cardinals. First for Loberg. That'll bring up Ariana Hoyam. Hoyam with a double in her first at bat as well. A little late on the heat. Behind in the count 0-1.
A nice pitch.
Loberg trying to get into that rhythm, and she gets ahead in the count 0-2. And she gets the swinging third strike. Pair of strikeouts in the inning for Loberg. But Coon Rapids, a couple of triples, push 3 runs across. They lead 4-0 as we head to the 4th. You're watching live high school softball on CTF.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a 4th ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Maya Ruddy had a little struggle in her first inning of relief, but did not surrender a run. Back-to-back strikeouts after walking the bases full. Got her out with the big goose egg on top for St. Louis Park. And the Cardinal hitters able to add 3 runs in the bottom half of that 3rd inning.
Well, and, you know, now St. Louis Park has a little bit of a hole to climb out of.
Protas at the plate. Offered a bunt at the first pitch. Takes that one outside, and it's even 1-1. Called strike. Ruddy ahead in the count, 1-2.
You know, Ruddy comes in a good spot, obviously, up 4-0. Always nice to come in pitching with a lead.
And that is a called 3rd strike. So after struggling to find the zone a little bit when she first came in, Ruddy has found her groove and has struck out 3 straight Orioles hitters. Rowan Jansen had a single her first time up. Digs in here in the top of the 4th with 1 out and nobody on. And no sooner do I say she's found her rhythm and found the groove than
she lets one go.
She chucks it over the backstop. Ruddy is sophomore, and as you talked about when she first came on in the last inning, she has really kind of racked up the innings, especially over the last couple of weeks. She zips that one past Jansen and evens the count 1-1.
Yeah, she's by far pitched more innings than anyone on this team.
And that's huge, you know, in softball, because pitchers don't have to be limited,
right?
The way they do in baseball. And if you have one pitcher that can be absolutely dominant, she can take you a very long way.
Absolutely.
If you have two, you're in really, really good shape. And the count, Jansen able to get a piece, foul that one back to out of play, 1-2. And baseball, you need at least 3 strong starters, at the very least, and probably another 3 strong relievers to have any kind of chance in a playoff. In softball, if you have one great pitcher, that's all you need.
That's all you need.
This one chopped to the left side, scooped up by Hoyam. The throw is not in time. Good speed down the base paths as Jansen beats it out for a 1-out single.
Yeah, really not much more Hoyam could have done on that. I mean, the throw was there, and you know she didn't hesitate on the ground ball. But you're right, the speed down the base path got her that base hit.
Yeah, fields it cleanly.
Yep.
Got it out of the glove
there.
quick,
Yep.
and Dave Wisniewski right on the call, and she was there in time. The next pitch down the line, and then an error after the double is going to allow extra base for each runner in the first run of the game as Jansen scampers home on that throwing error.
Well, and St. Louis Park certainly needed that. They needed a little bit of a spark here, trailing coming into this inning 4-0, and now, as you're right, they get that first run, just one away, and now they have a runner at third, an opportunity to cut this lead in half.
Well, and Abby Ness is out in right field now, and she overran it a little bit, but then the throw offline couldn't be corralled by Numala. And the run will score on the error, and now Sadie Lund takes a pitch up high to even the count 1-1. Lund has reached base both times, a single and a walk. Lays off the pitch low. There's a runner at third with one away. Here in the fourth. Good fastball in for a strike to even it up.
Yeah, how big would it be for her if she can get the hitter at the plate and get that second out? They want to try and limit the damage here in the top of the fourth.
Didn't miss by much, but just a little bit low, and the count is full. Lund out in front a little bit, but able to foul it back and stay alive. We'll try again with a full count. This one chopped, get past Ruddy. Numala to Carlson to get the out. It will drive the run in from third. So the Orioles have been able to cut the lead in half.
And the Cardinals get that all-important second out as well. I mean, obviously you give up the run in that situation, but you want to make sure you get that runner at first.
Yeah, Tabor scoring easily. If Ruddy was able to field it, I mean, it got back to her in a hurry, but if Ruddy was able to field it, she might have been able to keep that run from scoring. But at least, as you mentioned, they get the runner as Numala was able to adjust. This one hit into foul territory beyond third. Nobody able to get to it. It's 1-1. Coon Rapids scored 3 in the bottom of the third. St. Louis Park able to answer with a couple here in the bottom of the, or top of the fourth. Ella Wynn also has reached both times, a single and a walk. And now ahead in the count, 3-1.
Okay, that didn't miss by too much either, but tough situation here, trying to get out of the inning. Not here.
Are you sure?
What makes you say that?
Trades a bruise for a base. Gets on with 2 away here in the top of the fourth. They'll bring up shortstop, or sorry, first base minder, Georgia Rose. Single last time up, grounds this one back to Ruddy, easily over to Carlson for out number 3. So 2 hits and a run for St. Louis Park. They leave one on the bases. They trail 4-2 as we head to the bottom of the fourth on CTN.
As the world faces the challenges of the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, Lions recognize that kindness matters now more than ever. And Lions and Leos are finding ways to continue to serve our communities. For more than 100 years, in times of need, Lions always find a way to help those around them. And after we emerge from this, we will be stronger than ever. Visit lionsclubs.org to learn more.
Senior night under the lights at Aspen Park. Coon Rapids able to start the scoring with a couple of doubles in the second inning. And then a couple of triples in the third inning. Allowed them to score 3 times and open up a 4-0 lead. St. Louis Park takes advantage of the first error of the ball game to score the first run and then adds another to cut the lead in half as it's 4-2 starting the bottom of the fourth.
And again, they did a good job of cutting that lead in half, and Cardinals looking to see what they can do about getting some of those runs back here in the bottom half of the fourth inning.
Both teams into their bullpen as Presley Loberg came in with 2 runs already across and a runner at third base, nobody out. That one slammed Meyer, but she makes a great play on the line drive for out number 1.
Now, she's made a couple of nice plays in the field for the Orioles.
So as I was saying, Loberg was inherited a runner at third, nobody out, and she gave up a walk, and the run did come home on a wild pitch.
Right.
But able to stop the bleeding, so to speak. This one popped up beyond first base. Good play by Ella Wynn, and 2 pretty quick outs to start the bottom of the fourth inning.
Well, that's what the Orioles want. They want to get those quick outs and get back to the plate trailing by 2. Still plenty of time in this ball game left.
Bring up Leah Numala. Single and a walk. Couple of stolen bases and a run scored. Lays off a pitch outside, 1-0. Foul out of play. Shapiro dives.
Oh, right off my head.
Can't quite make the play. A couple years ago, you'd have had that
Oh,
one.
I would have. I wouldn't even had to move. That's when I could do those Stretch Armstrong moves, but
This one grounded foul in front of first. 1-2. Way up high, pretty easy take. And we have seen Lorberg's thrown some really nice pitches. She's also had a couple that have gotten away from her.
She has.
2-2 pitch. Maybe a little bit tall, but Numela gets a piece and we'll reset, try again.
Yeah, just making sure she protects the plate.
Again, gets a piece. Stays alive. Gets another look from Lobert. That one hits solidly to left. Knocked down by Lund. Numela turns, digs for second. She's in safely with a leadoff double.
Yeah, the throw came in pretty quickly. She did a really nice job of sliding underneath that tag.
To bring up Grace Graham. RBI triple in her last at bat. Her first look at the 7th grader Presley Lobert. As the meat of the Cardinal order trying to take advantage of the young Oriole reliever. Pitch up high, 1-0.
Yeah, a base hit would be huge here for Coon Rapids. Well, she thought about it a little bit, that pitch way up.
She was very, very tempted, but yeah, that was up over the brim of her helmet. Cardinals trying to respond and get those runs back. They surrendered in the top of the inning. Lobert misses low. Stealing third was Numela. The throw got away. She comes home.
Now, they did get one of those runs back. That was big. Pushes it to a 3-run cushion.
Another stolen base for Numela, her third of the ball game. I've got her, she advanced second to third on a pass ball in the first inning. That one could have easily gone either way.
Right.
But she'll steal third and then score on an error. It's ball 4 to Grace Graham, and she's on base, still nobody out. And Chloe Christie, who also hammered a triple in her last at bat.
Abby Semensky back as a courtesy runner over at first.
Runner is going, the throw is off the line. Semensky slides in safely.
Able to slide around that opportunity.
Yeah, the throw to the third base side. Oh, 1 pitch, hit high and very foul out of play. It's maybe a 1 drawback. It's a beautiful location here in Aspen, but at this field, anything fouled back and to the right.
Good luck finding it.
Yeah, and even I think there's water down there, so it's probably in rough shape even if you do find it. That pitch was down in the dirt. Semensky wisely gets over to third on the wild pitch. And so another run just 60 feet away. Nobody out. Pitch way up high, 2-2. Now to Chloe Christie. And again, upstairs, full count.
Well, you talked about Loberg, mixing up her pitches, but she also has had trouble finding the zone at times. In danger of walking a runner here.
Instead, she slips it past, gets Christie swinging for strike 3. And that is out number 3. And we go to the 5th with the Cardinals leading 5-2 on CTF.
I was the lead gunner of the convoy that we had. While I was suppressing fire, I felt a flick on my upper biceps area. Right after my recovery, I had to find myself again and see what else I could do to continue my selfless service. Having an organization like the Coalition to Salute America's Heroes, putting me back into working with wounded troops helped me to process my injury. I'm Sergeant Mary Herrera, and my alive date was November 8th, 2003.
For more information, visit saluteheroes.org.
Did you know properties are required to have garbage and recycling service with a licensed hauler? On Collection Day, place your carts 2 feet behind the curb. Collection containers should not be placed in the street. And don't forget, containers are not allowed at the curb on non-collection days. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
Beautiful shot of the moon here from Aspen Park. A beautifully clear night, and we could definitely use a calm evening.
Yes, we can.
Weather-wise.
Nice crowd here for a fun contest, senior night, as you had mentioned earlier.
Cameron Holly leading off. She walked in her last at bat. Looks at a pitch low, 1-0. This one hit through the hole on the right side. Ness got it in quickly from right, but just barely beat it out. That was almost the very rare 9-3 putout.
Yeah, you definitely don't see that very often, but just a heads-up play by her just to make the effort to try and get the out.
And now Sam Meyer lays off a pitch down and away. This one hit high and deep to left center. Not going to be caught. Gale will get it in quickly, but it'll be a double. As Hoyam rather boots it home, but solid double for Sam Meyer.
Yeah, Meyer really got a hold of that pitch and drilled it to center field. Neither Jaden Gale or Seda Green with the opportunity.
And now Cora Zumbranen, 0 for 2. Has 2 runners in scoring position, nobody out. That one got away. And then the throw back to Ruddy covering gets away. Both runners advance on a wild pitch, and again the Orioles able to respond and cut deeper into that lead.
Well, they get a run back that Coon Rapids scored in their bottom half of the 4th. Grace Graham in the infield meeting out and talking about some things.
Oh, with Meyer now standing at third base, nobody out. St. Louis Park back within a pair here in the top of the 5th. Catcher Zumbranen in at the plate. Called strike, evens it up 1-1. Didn't miss by much,
nope.
But it's 2-1. That one outside, 3-1.
Apparently,
I was one behind. It was ball 4.
Well,
and that's something that we talked about it when Ruddy first came in.
Right.
In relief in the third. One issue she has had is she can give up some walks. She walked 3 in that third inning. Ended up getting back-to-back strikeouts, not letting up a run. And she's certainly hoping that she can limit the damage here with runners at the corners, nobody out, one already across here in the 5th. Cardinals holding that 2-run lead. This one fouled back by Protas. 0-2.
Well, a couple of quick strikes on Protas here from Ruddy. Looking for that first out of the inning.
Misses low. Swung on and missed. And that's a big strikeout for Ruddy.
They needed that first out. It definitely is a big strikeout.
And for Protas, her 3rd K of the evening, not the way she had envisioned her Friday night.
No, definitely not.
Number 9 hitter Rowan Jansen, 2 for 2 with a pair of singles. And still those runners at the corners. Try and backpick the lead runner, but Meyer back in time.
Now we saw Graham do that over at first successfully.
Up and in, 3-0. And ball 4 will load the bases. Only one out. Gets the tying run into scoring position and the go-ahead run on base for St. Louis Park. And Coach Nienaber out to have a talk with his young pitcher.
Oh, we're having a pitching change.
And we're going to go to an even younger pitcher. Zhang just an 8th grader, so we got a couple of middle school pitchers taking the circle here under the lights. We'll take a break as she gets warmed up. Be back. She inherits bases full of Blackbirds. You're watching softball live on CTN.
When I got the opportunity to get her, there wasn't no choice. I told myself, I'm gonna take custody of my daughter. It's my baby. That's what we're supposed to do as men. Take care of our home, build a foundation, you know what I'm saying? Love, our money, she's my purpose. I'm here to walk with her, hold her hand until she can walk alone. Ain't nothing like being a father in this world.
Ariel Zhang taking over in the circle for Coon Rapids. She will inherit a bases loaded situation with one away. Her team trying to hold on to a 2-run lead here in the top of the 5th.
And she's pitched well in her 12 innings so far. 1-1 record, but a 5.25 earned run.
Well, and I think both of these relievers show a lot of promise for the Cardinals. Throw the numbers out the window. It has not been the Cardinals' year.
No.
So much, especially with the way they started. But 2 young pitchers who have shown a lot of promise at times. Again, Zhang just an 8th grader and Ruddy just a sophomore. And they really could be the backbone of the pitching staff for the Cardinals here for at least the next couple of seasons. And for Ariel for the next 4. This one hits softly. Numala, the unassisted double play to end the inning. And that's how you get it done in relief.
That's a sweet play by Leah Numala. She did just a heads-up play, makes the catch, makes sure that she got the runner at the bag, and they're out of the inning, Joe Young.
So we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Coon Rapids 5, St. Louis Park 3. You're watching high school softball live on CTN.
Did you know Coon Rapids has a city code regulating the height of your grass? Grass and weeds must be kept under 8 inches high. Thank you for helping our city look its best. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
I've been driving a truck for 40 years now. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. Like that trucks can't stop quickly. It takes my 80,000-pound truck 200 yards to come to a complete stop. So I always do my best to give a lot of cushion. It helps when other drivers realize that and do the same. Please give trucks the space we need so we can all stay safe. It's our roads, it's our safety.
The lights shine brightly.
They do.
Here at Aspen Field.
Move to the bottom of the 5th. St. Louis Park able to get 1 run back to go back to that two-run deficit. And they were threatening, and
Numala with a great
huge play. Yep.
Great play, unassisted double play. Catches the soft line drive, gets to the bag at second. Gets her team back to the dugout, back to the plate. Jaden Gale singled and scored in the second. Another pitch high for Presley Loberg. And now misses outside. It's 3-0. And way upstairs again, and a leadoff walk.
Well, good job. Cardinals getting the leadoff hitter on base.
That'll bring up Jennifer Carlson. 0 for 2. Takes a pitch up high. That one's in there for the called strike. The throwdown gets away, and Gale will move over to second on the error. And I believe that was mentioned by yours truly about love that back pick, but
yeah, not that time.
If it doesn't work right, you end up with everybody advancing, and now Gale in scoring position, and good speed too. As Carlson swings through the fastball and falls behind 1-2. This one hits solidly and
right at the head coach.
Foul off the fence. Making sure the announcers are staying awake.
Yeah, exactly. We better stay awake. We're in
big smile on Jen's face as she awaits the 1-2 pitch. Up high, 2-2. This one hits solidly and foul. But again, we've seen her make some pretty good contact and drive a couple of pitches very far, but unfortunately for her, very foul. Struck out on the rising fastball. Loberg throws high to Vivian Hernandez. Hernandez, a double, drove in a run in the second inning, and then walked in the third. This one grounded back to the pitcher, dropped by the pitcher, Loberg, as she went to get it out of her glove, and out of frustration, didn't make the throw. I think she may have still had a chance to get Hernandez, but instead took a look at the lead runner, and then out of frustration just put it in her pocket, and that is going to be the second error of the inning and third of the ball game for St. Louis Park. Runners at the corners with one out for Ariana Hoyam. Hoyam 1 for 2 with a double, and we're going to see Semensky come in and run for Hernandez now. Third baseman, Minder Hoyam, hits it back to the pitcher. They'll get the runner at first. Semensky able to advance to second.
Yeah, but that all-important second out for the Orioles, trying to get out of this inning without any damage.
Well, and more importantly, she looked the runner back
She did.
At third, made sure that a run was not going to score. 2 runners in scoring position now for Seda Green, but 2 away. Green 0 for 2 this afternoon, or this evening. Her last one, a sharp line drive right to third base minder Sam Meyer. Oh, and this is not Seda Green. It's Ryan Mellum. Very dangerous.
Yeah, she's hitting 400 on the season. That's a great opportunity for her to get in a bat gear with the runners at second and third.
Up high, 1-1. Got that on the handle. High fly ball to right. Protas is there for out number 3. Cardinals threaten but lead a couple stranded in scoring position. Still, they lead 5-3 as we head to the 6th. You're watching high school softball live on CTN.
How was school?
Music can help you express how you're feeling. When you can't find the language, find the lyrics.
Baseball players playing a little smash ball between innings, but out to support the softball team on a night game.
Good to see.
Senior night.
Yeah.
It's a great crowd. It's a perfect
really
night
nice
for
crowd.
it.
Absolutely.
And a Friday night, beautiful night to be at the ballpark, and it's been an interesting one and a tight one.
Yes.
5-3 as we start the 6th. Ariel Zhang came in with the bases loaded and only 1 out. She only had to throw 3 pitches. And then a solid unassisted double play turned by second base minder and captain Leah Numala.
Yeah, that was huge because it got him out of the a jam.
And now Ryan Mellum taking over behind the plate, trying to see the other changes. At least I think it is.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
I don't know if Grace Graham's over third, I believe.
Yep.
Yep. Nice pitch.
Fastball in for a strike. It's 1-2. And right down the pipe, strike 3. Nice start to the inning for Zhang. And we talked about it, you know, they started, the starting lineup was all seniors save one, Chloe Christie at short. But then they bring in sophomore Ryan Mellum at the pitching position, and now the 8th grader, Ariel Zhang at the pitching position, and Ryan Mellum behind the plate, just a sophomore. So a lot of seniors on the roster, and the majority of their lineup is seniors most games, but they have some really young, really talented players that will be getting some valuable varsity experience this season, and will be back to lead for years to come.
Yeah, and that's huge. We talk about it all the time at all different sports. If you get an opportunity at a young level to play varsity, you've got great experience for the next coming years.
Zhang nibbling on that outside edge to Ella Wynn. Found the corner that time to get the strike, 2-1. Wynn has been on base all 3 times, a single, a walk, and a hit by pitch. And she is now ahead in the count, 3-1, with 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. And she'll get a walk.
So a free pass puts her on first base with 1 away.
Bring up Georgia Rose, 1 for 3 with a single this evening, as the Orioles running out of outs. Rose, I've got to say, some serious artwork on that arm. Fouls back the first pitch. You don't see that much work on high school players very often. Lays off the pitch high, 1-1.
And Mellum certainly had to kept her honest at first base, looking to throw down.
Well, and as good as Grace Graham's arm is behind the plate, and she showed it off a couple of times, Ryan is very strong back there.
Yes, she is.
Fires it in, 2-2. Skip to the plate, a full count. Zhang trying to avoid giving up back-to-back walks after starting the inning with a strikeout. She will throw the rising fastball and get a swinging strike 3.
Yeah, big second out for the Cardinals, who are just clinging to that 2-run lead here in the top of the 6th.
We'll bring up Cameron Holly. She is 1 for 3. Or sorry, 1 for 2 with a walk. Scored the run in the 5th for St. Louis Park. Upstairs, 1-0. Missing high again, 2-0. Good pitch in there. Holly can't catch up. It's 2-1.
Strong would like to, and again, just get out of this inning, get back to the plate, and try and build on that lead, but certainly protect it.
In there for a called strike, evens the count, 2-2. Runner is going, pitch is off the mark, throw is out into center field, and it gets past Jaden Gale. And they're going to try and bring her all the way home, and she is going to score.
That's huge.
She'll have a stolen base to second, and she's going to get 2 bases on the error.
Yeah, that's huge. Now cuts the lead down to 1 as this game gets a little bit later here in the top of the 6th. Yeah, even a good throw would have been tough to get her. Yeah, and she didn't hesitate. She saw the sign from Coach Gabler. Keep it going.
Zhang misses low, and the count is full now to Cameron Howley. This one hit high and deep to center. Gale going back. Off the heel of her glove, Holly will hold up at second base. And the tying run in scoring position with 2 out here in the top of the 6th inning.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. She did a really nice job tracking it. It was hit fairly deeply to center field, and as you mentioned, right off the heel of her glove, she had it, and just couldn't close the glove on the ball. And St. Louis Park's inning is still alive here with 2 away.
Pair of errors come up big for the Cardinals here in this inning. And now Sam Meyer at the plate ahead in the count. No, it is 1-1.
Good pitch there.
And now 1-2.
Now she's ahead in the count.
And a called third strike. Meyer thought it was high, but she gets punched out. 3 strikeouts in the inning for Ariel Zhang, but a couple of Cardinal errors cost them a run. Still, they're up by 1 as we head to the bottom of the 6th on CTN.
What do we do? You may not be able to plan ahead for a ghost encounter.
Under the dining table now!
But you can plan ahead for natural disasters. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts.
Maybe it's the apocalypse.
Know your evacuation routes and decide on a safe emergency meeting location.
Here? I know. Would have picked Orlando.
Protecting your family is the best plan you can make. So pass the Proton Pack to the next generation and visit ready.gov/plan to get started.
Into the bottom of the 6th inning. 3 errors apiece.
Yeah, a couple
Have
costly.
kept it very interesting on both sides of the ledger.
It has.
St. Louis Park able to scratch their way back after Coon Rapids had opened up a 4-0 lead. 5-4 here in the bottom of the 6th. Top of the order here for Coon Rapids, Abby Ness, 0 for 3. This one hit softly in the infield, scooped up by Meyer, throw not in time. And Ness beats it out for an infield single.
No, just the way the Cardinals wanted to start here in the bottom of the 6th, as they able to get that leadoff runner, and they again watch their lead get cut to 1.
Leah Numala 2 for 2 with a walk. She has 3 stolen bases and a run scored.
Well,
2 runs scored.
Cards looking to attempt to play a little small ball there, but she missed the bunt.
Fouled it back. Well, with her speed, Numala could potentially beat it out on a bunt. Shows the bunt, pulls it back. That pitch way over the top. And Ness will advance to second on the wild pitch.
And now you have a runner in scoring position for Coon Rapids.
Shows bunt again, pulls it back, the pitch high, 2-1. This one fouled back, out of play. 2-2. That one bounces and skips away from Zumbrinen, and over to third comes Abby Ness. Full count now to Numala.
Oh, now, obviously, great situation to get at least one of the runs back.
Hit hard through the hole on the left side. An RBI single for Leah Numala as Ness comes home. Numala has had a very nice game.
Yes, absolutely.
Offensively and defensively.
I was just going to say that.
It's her first RBI, though. Bring up Grace Graham. Pitches up high. Numala going for another steal, and she has it. That's number 4 in the ball game, by the way.
It's crazy.
You could potentially argue she has a 5th, but I called that on a pass ball back in the first inning when she went from second to third. Trying to steal third. This time she is out as Meyer applies the tag and maybe just getting a little too aggressive. And Zumbrunnin able to throw her out.
Well, that's the key. That was a nice throw down to the bag at third.
Another look at it. And nearly.
Oh, she almost dropped it.
I was going to say that ball nearly came out of the web of Meyer. Now 3-1 as that pitch is up high. Swung on and missed, a full count. Popped up, a chance for Zumbrunnin, and she makes the catch for out number 2.
Big second out for the Orioles.
Bring up Chloe Christie. 1 for 3. Had an RBI triple back in the third inning. Hammers this one on a line to right. Skips away from Protis, and Christie is going to dig for second. She's in there standing with 2 away.
Yeah, just heads up, realizing that ball got by Protis. She's able to get the second scoring position with 2 away.
That'll bring Jaden Gale to the plate. Gale 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Pitch in the dirt, goes to the backstop, and easily over to third comes Christie on the wild pitch. Pitch is up over the head of Zumbrunnin. Christie comes sliding in safely with another insurance run. Back-to-back wild pitches. Allows her to go second to third, then third to the plate.
Yeah, and that with 2 outs. So obviously now the Cardinals have a 3-run lead. And as you mentioned, another insurance run, which makes it huge. going into eventually the top of the 7th.
Gale can't catch up to that one. 2-1. Pitch up high and 3-1. Up high, ball 4. The inning continues.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Cardinals not ready for this bottom half of the 6th to be over with.
We give Jennifer Carlson another opportunity to get her first hit of the ball game. She has hit some balls pretty hard, but not been able to keep them between the lines.
We're going to have a pitching change here for the Orioles with 2 away.
And we will step away as they bring Fadden back in to the circle. She was the starter through the first 2+ innings. She'll come in and try and get the last out here in the 6th. Their team trailing 7-4 on CTN.
Any vehicles left outside on your property must be in operable condition and parked on an improved surface with current registration displayed. And repairing or dismantling vehicles outside is a violation of city code. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
Just a quick warm-up for Fadden, and she is ready to go. With 2 out, a runner at first. She delivers, the runner is off, and sliding in safely with a steal at second is Jaden Gale. And now they're going to replace Gale at second. Bree Tuber, the runner at second base. And now 1-1 to Carlson. As I was saying, she's hit a couple of balls pretty hard tonight, but has not been able to keep it in over the top of that pitch. And Fadden ahead, and they count 1-2. Off speed pitch, hit hard again, but foul.
And Carlson tried to keep this thing going with a runner in scoring position, 2 away.
Well, a 3-run lead is nice, a 4-run lead even better.
Yeah.
She'd like to find some green and try and get Tuber home. Fouls it off again. Coach Nienaber showing the skills.
Mad skills.
Barehanded.
Gets the ovation from the dugout. Just nothing but a thing.
Cardinals have led since the 2nd inning. Trying to close it out on senior night.
Yeah, trying to get win number 6 on the season.
And again, just a couple of games left next week, and then it's into the playoffs. Missing low and a full count. Another 2-strike foul for Carlson. She's getting her money's worth.
Yeah, she
definitely,
definitely is.
She's getting her swings in. And now what would really be the payoff for her on senior night is to get a base knock. We'll try again at 3-2 from Gabby Fadden. And a called third strike. Carlson thought that one was high, but she gets punched out and the inning ends. But another couple insurance runs for the Cardinals. They have a 7-4 lead as we head to the 7th on CTF. Cardinals dugout hoping to celebrate on senior night. They have a 7-4 lead as we start the 7th. Ariel Zhang will face the bottom third of this Orioles order.
Yeah,
so we're going to see some different batters coming in. Olivia Greff, the batter.
And Greff looking for her first hit of the season.
Takes a fastball low, 1-0. And now up high, 2-0. Macy Alexander on deck. And now low, 3-0. We saw Zhang struggle with walks, strikeout in the last inning, but a couple of Cardinal errors and allowed that one run to score. Fired that fastball in as Greff taking it all the way. And now zips another one past her. It's 3-2.
Yeah, a couple of nice pitches, especially that last one to get that second strike.
And fires that one by and battles all the way back from falling behind 3-0. Comes back to get the strikeout.
That was big.
Now Alexander will come in, batting for Protus in the number 8 spot. Up high, 1-0.
Yeah, brought that heat, but just a little bit too high in the zone.
Down low, 2-0. Up high, 3-0. And now see if she can battle back again. She was able to do it with Greff. She started out 3-0, came back to get the strikeout. fires it in, and Alexander taking all the way.
Well, and that's not easy to do when you're down 3-0 to come back and get a couple of batters in a row.
And that one just high for ball 4. Alexander thought about it but held off, and it looked very close, but she gets the walk. And that'll bring up the DP, Rowan Jensen. Jansen has reached all 3 times, 2 for 2 with a walk. Scored a run in the 4th inning.
Well, that time started off with a strike.
This one chopped to Graham at 3rd, but just foul before she scooped it up. So it'll be 0-2. Very close to being still in the field of play. That one skips in front of the plate. Mellum throws down, but Alexander back in time.
Well, she kind of got back there pretty casually.
I bet she won't next time.
No.
Even with a left-handed batter at the plate. This one popped up. Shapiro. Oh! He almost had it. I've got to say that was better effort than I expected.
I broke a finger doing it too, but hey, anything for the squad.
Workman's comp.
Yeah. Would have been more impressive if I had actually caught it.
Would have.
Yeah, but I was hoping to get you the assist. That's what I was just kind of flipping it to you.
Right. 2-2 now to Rowan Jansen. This one rolled to Graham, the throw to Numala. They get the lead runner. Jansen on by a fielder's choice.
Well, that's the key. Get that lead runner. Make sure you do. And now 2 outs. They're an out away from getting the win here on senior night.
Back to the top of the order, but St. Louis Park down to their final out. Tabor doubled and scored in the 4th. Also hit into that double play in the 5th. This one ripped. Numala got a piece of it.
Yeah, she jumped on that pitch.
She is not able to make a play. Did keep it from going too far and kept Jansen from trying to round and get to 3rd. But that'll be a 2-out single for Eva Tabor. And now Sadie Lund. Swung on and missed. And they nearly...
They almost did.
They nearly got Jansen at second base.
She was, I'm sure, not expecting a throwdown in that situation.
Well, Mellum can snap it pretty quick to second base. Speed pitch got Lund out in front of it, and it's 0-2. And now the Orioles down to their final strike, potentially. And there it is, a 3-pitch strikeout to end the night for Ariel Zhang, and the Cardinals will celebrate on senior night with a 7-4 win over the St. Louis Park Orioles.
Yeah, a nice win for the Cardinals as they're able to move to now 6-11 on the season. And they did a good job of just making sure they contained that lead.
And they needed that. That's 5 wins in their last 6.
Yep.
That is the really crowning jewel of the night for the Cardinals is after a really rough start, they got on a roll. Then ran into a tough Champlain Park team.
Yep.
But they bounced back here tonight.
Well, and as you talked about, we're just a couple of games away from playoffs, so you're playing your best softball right now at this point of the season, and that's all that Coach Nienaber can ask for, is that the girls play their best at this time of the year, because you're going to go into playoffs, and if you're hot, anything can happen.
And we will be there for playoffs. Got baseball next week on Wednesday as the Cardinals host the Maple Grove Crimson. Then it's all about baseball and softball playoffs moving forward. But that is going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score, Coon Rapids 7 and St. Louis Park 4. Want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young, saying good night.